Hello, hello, and welcome all of you fine folks, TubeBuddy fans from all around the world. Welcome to this week's stream. I was thinking today as I was preparing for the stream when I realized we had kind of landed on a topic. I then realized that, you know what? You guys are getting 2 doses of Dusty in 1 month. I mean, that's just like... either it's going to be a little too much or maybe it's going to be just right. I'm not sure yet. I guess we will find out by the end of this stream. Anyways, guys, would like to have you guys, if you would, go ahead and drop a line in the chat. Let me know where you are coming from, where are you guys located at. Are you from LA, like Andrew? Are you from the big city of Hotlanta, like myself? Where are you guys from? Where are you guys coming from? We'll give it about 2 to 3 minutes as people trickle in. Go ahead and get your questions prepared. We're talking all things playlist today. So hopefully, again, we're starting the stream. Let's see here. We're starting the stream an hour later than normal. I wanted to kind of test and see. Beanie Charles, I don't mind being subjected to extra Dusty. I'm glad you feel that way. My wife, on the other hand, not so much. But we are trying a different time slot. I may try to even push it back an hour later next month. I feel as if I do it 1 p.m. Eastern time, as I've been doing previously. What is that, 11, 12 to 1? That's like 10 a.m. That's like the morning time for the West Coasters. So at least maybe now it's around lunchtime for them, and they can kind of trickle in here, kind of see what's going on. Gives them a little more time throughout their day to kind of get in here and kind of see what is going on. So, a little bit of house cleaning as we, and don't forget when you're dropping a line in chat, letting us know where you're residing at. You can go ahead and let us know, again, a little bit about yourself. That's always very much something I love doing. Already got 40 folks in here now. We're going to let them trickle in here, see what's going on. Creator Fundamentals, hey, Kim here. Welcome, Kim. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got folks from the UK. We got folks from Canada. We got folks from Switzerland. We got folks all the way from Los Angeles. We got so many things, so many people coming in from India, different places like that. As I mentioned just a second ago, just a little house cleaning, a little bit of what I would call, not really promotion, but I would like to let you guys know that I ran a podcast episode on both of my podcasts, YouTube Creators Hub. If you don't know, I run 2 podcasts, both of them centric around YouTube. One of them is an interview-based show. The other one is more of a 8 to 10 minute shorter form podcast. But on both of those feeds last week, I ran an interview that I did with Roberto Blake, another streamer who does streams here on TubeBuddy. But I've gotten so many emails about just the conversation that he and I had. So if you haven't already checked that out, definitely go ahead and do that. So Andrew's going to drop the link in. It's going to be drop the link here in chat where you can go and submit questions. I'm not quite sure. Oh, let's see here. Let's see. I'm going to go and open that into a new tab there. But yeah, you can click the link there. It's going to be a Google form that will show you basically where you can input your channel name and the question that you may have. Let's try and keep them a little bit centric around playlist. They don't all have to be around playlist, but don't give me the questions, when it comes like, oh, how do I grow my channel? How do I do this? How do I do that? No, those are so generic, guys. There's so much great content out there. What you need to do, and Andrew, by the way, if you are listening, sir, will you shoot me over the link via Skype behind closed doors, the back end of it, so I can go ahead and take a look at those questions. Again, like I said, guys, go check out the podcast feeds on either the TubeBuddy Express feed. I'm trying to kind of get that feed growing a little more. We get hundreds of downloads per day over on that feed, but I would like to see it grow even more. We're getting a lot of people come in and out of there, but definitely go check out that interview that I did, and I would really appreciate it. So Andrew was so kind to drop me that link. Thank you so much, Andrew. And if you haven't already, and if you haven't in previous streams, make sure, guys, make sure that you are showing some love to Andrew. He does all of the work over on the TubeBuddy YouTube channel. All this work that you see here that makes the TubeBuddy channel so good. Over 105K subscribers now. He basically gets back with all of us streamers, and he makes sure that we look good, we sound good, we come across the best of our abilities. So, Andrew, thank you so much for doing all of that. I don't ever want to go a month without letting you know how much we appreciate your hard work and behind-the-scenes stuff stuff that a lot of times may go unnoticed. So again, drop some questions there into the questionnaire, the form that Andrew dropped in the chat, and we, my friends, with about 55 of us now, are going to dive into playlist. We're going to be talking all about playlist today. So the title of this stream is The Importance of Playlist on YouTube. So let's go ahead. What's up, super user? Welcome, guys. All of you guys that are trickling in here towards the end of my intro. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You have no idea how much I really do appreciate the support and everything we get here. So thank you so much. And if you haven't already, guys, go ahead and download TubeBuddy. If you haven't already, there's a link there in the show notes to do that, and you can check it out for free for sure. So let's talk everything playlist, the importance of playlist for a YouTube channel. So a lot of times I will go to a YouTube channel and I will, you know what, something I haven't done on stream yet, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to the last person here who dropped in. Again, I normally don't want you guys saying, oh, check out my YouTube channel, check out my YouTube channel. I really don't think that's something that I normally want to do, but I'm gonna use one of our people that's in here a lot. So Beanie, where are you at? I saw you in here earlier. Just wanted to kind of take a look at a different channel other than just the TubeBuddy channel, and I kind of want to show you guys maybe a little bit about the playlist and kind of what's going on. So let's go here and let's go to channel here. So if we go and take a look here. Again, I'm not going to be reviewing channels or anything like that today, but I did want to go over to a channel and kind of show you guys. Now, if we look at Beanie's channel, and the reason why I clicked on his channel is because I've actually viewed his channel before. He's a very much an person who is in all of our streams a lot of times, and he's talking to us and interacting in a very good way. So if we go here to his channel, he hasn't uploaded, he said, in a couple of months, but we can see that the premise of the playlist. So with the playlist, he has put like similar videos into playlist, which are fantastic. Normally, I recommend keeping playlists to, like this one here's like 75 videos. I normally don't recommend doing a playlist. And again, I'm not going to criticize Beanie here. Again, he is a great YouTuber, so I'm not going to criticize him on this. But you want to keep your playlist down to around 8 to 12 videos. There's a lot of different reasons for that. One of the main reasons is there's an autoplay feature that I recommend you guys always setting up within your YouTube channel that will allow it to autoplay, and you don't want to have like 75 videos in a playlist. And a lot of times what can happen is some of those videos can get buried in that playlist, so you can niche down your playlist even more than say, it's one of those things to where it's like you may want to keep them to around 8 to 12 to 15 videos per playlist. Now, Andrew just said he redid his playlist recently. It's one of the things that I love doing on my YouTube channel. It was one of those things to where so Beanie says that was more for sorting purposes. Yeah, absolutely. I just wanted to use that as an example. So, but one of the great things about YouTube is that you can always go back and do what I call a YouTube channel audit, or in this case, maybe a playlist audit. So what you can do is you can go into your playlist and you can always go and edit and change and figure out what are you doing well, what are you doing wrong. So like if we go back to the TubeBuddy YouTube channel, and we navigate over to our playlist section over here, we're going to take a look here, and you're going to see all of these different playlists. So you got tips and tricks, you got TubeBuddy reviews, you have TubeBuddy community, you have TubeBuddy live streams. Now this one here, I want to say is like, if we go to TubeBuddy reviews here, the beauty of like the TubeBuddy reviews here is that you can create playlists on your channel that's curated not by just yourself and like your channel, but you can go through here and you can take a look at these reviews and see these are from all the different YouTubers. I am a little hurt, Andrew, that my review is not here in the playlist. I'm kind of hurt, Andrew. What's going on with that? But as you can see here, in the playlist section here, we've got a bunch of different types of playlists, and this one just happened to be curated with all of the different creators and TubeBuddy evangelists who are out there promoting TubeBuddy. So that's another great way that you may want to kind of compose your playlist. The next one would be TubeBuddy live streams with guest hosts. So if we go here, we're going to see all of our previous live streams. So you're going to know where to go to get all of the live streams that have happened previously. Now, you may be wondering and asking yourself, well, what does the TubeBuddy tool do when it comes to playlists? So if we navigate over here, you can obviously have a quick link that'll take you directly to your playlist section here. But if we go to, say, the again, guys, we're not doing channel reviews today. I just wanted to kind of mention to you guys, I wanted to kind of show you a channel that wasn't ours, which is why I picked Beanie, and he was the first one that came to mind because he's in here all the time. But if we go to, say, this playlist here, YouTube SEO tools from TubeBuddy, and we go to the edit videos option here with the TubeBuddy link. As I do this, Andrew is like he's really worried about me messing something up. I promise, Andrew, I will do my best. But as you can see here, you can go, and the beauty of it is, on the right-hand side here, all of the videos that are in that playlist are going to be easily accessible in this little tab, this little drop-down tab over here. So now what you can do is you can go over here and you can click the different videos within that, playlist, and edit them all from within this one specific editor, which is amazing. I love, love, love that feature. So we're going to navigate now back over to our playlist page, and we're going to take a look at, say, the playlist that we were just at. Let's go to edit playlist now. So as you can see here, here are all the different videos in that specific playlist. As you can tell here, these are the different videos. Here are the timestamps of these videos. You can, again, do a few different things. A lot of times, Andrew, and Wild Andrew making an appearance here. But if you take a look here at the playlist, one of the things that a lot of people do, hey, Mr. Porter, are you planning on leaving this video up? Yes, it will be up for you to view for the remainder of eternity, so absolutely. So right here, you're going to see something that says YouTube SEO tools from TubeBuddy. This is a description of the playlist. A lot of people fail to do this. So a lot of times people will, unfortunately, not go in and add descriptions to their playlist. Now, someone who does a really good job at this is if I go to Owen's channel, Owen Video, and then I navigate over to his playlist here. So let's just say, let's go to Facebook live streaming. I'll click on one, and of course he won't see that. There you go. He wouldn't have it. A lot of the ones that he does, he has a really great description in them. So I don't want to show my hand here too much, but Owen does a really good job of doing the descriptions in his playlist. So definitely go check his channel out if you haven't already. But as you can see here, Andrew has done a really good job of going here, and you can click the pencil icon to edit that description. But definitely make sure that if you are doing and providing playlists to your channel, which you should be, guys, you should be doing this, that you apply a description to that specific playlist. So again, you want to make sure that you go in here and go to playlist settings and edit that. Now, if we go to playlist settings, the little gear icon, you're going to see a few different things here. You're going to see basic, auto add, collaborate. Now, under basic, you're going to see playlist privacy. Make sure that's set to public unless you obviously don't want anyone seeing it. Under ordering, you want to manual date edits. Now, manual allows you to kind of drag and drop where you want it to go. What I like to do is I go to date added, and then I go newest at the top is what I like to do on my channel. Now, I don't really think there is the benefit I see in doing that is that basically what happens when you put your newest video at the top of the playlist is maybe it's more relevant per se than the older videos at the bottom of the playlist. So you could do that. Again, and date added is when it's added to the playlist. I do date published. That way I have my newest published videos at the very top of my playlist, and then as it goes down, it's one of those things to where the videos get older and older. Now, that's kind of a little bit about there. Allow embedding. I always check that because a lot of videos that I do, like tutorials, they actually get embedded and used on college websites. So a lot of times I'll get emails from college professors saying, "Hey, Dusty, I want to use your video with something I'm doing with a course or a class," and I'm like, "Oh, absolutely, guys, no problem." And I want to make sure that I'm always allowing the embedding in specific playlist. Under auto add, define rules for videos being automatically added to this playlist. So basically, for auto add, if you can set it up where people can automatically add videos to like a collaborative playlist. I normally don't mess with that, to be honest with you. And then just what I just said, collaborators can add videos to this playlist. So like, say you have a playlist on yours like funniest cat videos on your channel, and you want people to basically go to your channel and curate the best cat videos on the webs, on the interwebs, then you click the little icon here, and that will allow people to go and collaborate on that playlist. Now, one of the things that you want to make sure that you're doing is you want to make sure that when your playlist is playing is that people can go here and click play all. This way what happens is if you click on play all, as you can see, here's Andrew here, you're going to see something over on the bottom right hand side here that's going to be the playlist name, and below that it's going to show you the different playlists in that category. Now if you have your playlist to autoplay, that will make sure that when this video ends, so as you can see here, when this video ends, as you can see, it's going to automatically play the next video in succession to this one in the playlist. Again, a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. Playing allows you to do this, and it really does add a lot to, and you could increase what I would say, you could increase your watch time on your videos, because people may, keep the playlist up and running on their computer screen or iPad or whatever it may be in that sense. Again, so that's a beautiful thing. Now, last thing about playlist is I want to talk about the aesthetic of playlist. So underneath, as you can see here, where your channel is set up. So let's just say if we go to, let's just go because I know about my channel. So if we go to my channel here, we're going to be viewing it as a subscriber here. You can see the different things that I have kind of set up. So under like what to watch next, you have that there. Now, what I have done beyond that, and this is something that I've done recently, is I've gone and I've curated a lot of different videos and put them in a playlist or a category. So right here is a playlist called Grow Your YouTube Channel. I'm sorry, this isn't a playlist. This is basically the name of this segment in my, what you would call, I don't know what you would call this, your layout, your YouTube channel layout. But this little section of my YouTube layout basically has a playlist like YouTube Creators Hub playlist. It has YouTube tutorial playlist. It has YouTube channel review playlist. It has TubeBuddy tutorial playlist. It has YouTube equipment playlist. Down below, I have one called YouTube tutorials. Okay, it's going to have all my YouTube tutorials. Next, I have learn how to stream on Twitch. So I've done a lot of tutorials for Twitch streamers and stream creatives and things like that. That can be found right here. I've got one for the podcast. I've got one for Snapchat tutorials, one for OBS tutorials. So as you can see, Photoshop, Illustrator, all of the playlists that you can see here, those really add a nice effect, and it allows you to basically niche down your videos on your channel and put them in a place that is going to be collaborated together, to where if, say, a streamer wants to learn, hey, I want to learn how to stream on Twitch, but I don't want to go and click and search all over the internet, they can go to this learn how to stream on Twitch right here, and when they click on that, this is going to show them a bunch of different videos here that can get them up and running on streaming on Twitch. Again, a beautiful, beautiful thing that playlists allow you to do. Now, one of the things that that YouTube allows you to do now, and Andrew linked to it in chat there, is they allow you to do this here. Add the new end screens. So with end screens, you can actually go here and put different playlists on top of your videos that will allow you to, once your video is over, to have people click on specific playlists that may be relevant to the video they found in search. So again, a really neat feature that YouTube and Google allows you to do. I would like to remind you guys and let you know that we do have, Andrew, go ahead and drop that in chat again, because I'm about to start Q&A here in about 2 or 3 moments. I've got about 4 or 5 questions now. Andrew will drop that link again in the chat there. I want all of you to go and submit your questions and make them interesting and deep. Don't put questions like how to grow my YouTube channel, how come I'm not growing, how come I don't have views. No, don't do that. I want deep questions, like questions about specific things that I can go and figure it out. So again, click the link. Andrew just put it in the whatchamacallit, the chat box there. Click on that link, and let's go ahead and get those questions rolling in. Now, if anyone has any questions about playlists that you would like to drop in the chat right now while we kind of accumulate the other questions, go ahead and rapid fire those for me. Put the questions in the chat there, and I will try to get to those as quickly as I possibly can. Again, playlists, to me, they're really the unsung hero of it's the unsung hero of YouTube. I really think that people really truly they undervalue what playlists can do. And it's one of those things to where I don't know. I want you guys to if you aren't doing it now, I want you to understand that that if you start using playlist, it can really be a big boom to your channel. Let's see here. Playlist icon. Please guide me on how to live stream. I've got a lot of great videos on how to do that. Should playlist appear at the top of the channel? Now, again, it depends on how you're laying your channel out. Geotechnia Online, it really depends on how you're laying your channel out. I like the way that Andrew does it. So he does, say, a horizontal here, a horizontal row, and then a vertical box, then a horizontal row. So he alternates on his. I've talked about that on channel layout, but when it comes to playlist and whether or not they should be at the top of your channel, again, play around with it, see what works best for you, but again, kind of see what happens. Let's see. I may be sending too many lengthier but related to playlist questions. No one is going to be sending too lengthy of questions. I might condense them down, but no, I don't think anyone has left me too lengthy of questions anytime during the stream. So, what else do we have here? Any other questions here in the chat? I like the horizontal playlist look. Yeah, I kind of like them too. It's one of those things to where it's like, I kind of like the alternating look that Andrew has. And again, it just depends on who you go with. Like I was talking about Roberto earlier, his channel, he does almost a video a day, so he's very much someone who uploads a lot. So he's got his popular uploads up top, which again, this is probably a good way of doing it too. So Roberto puts the popular stuff here at the top, and then here kind of got his speaking engagement, entrepreneurship, and Roberto does a lot of entrepreneurship stuff on top of the online video and YouTube stuff. So for him, he's using his YouTube channel as almost like, and he said this on my podcast, like a business card type thing, which is, it kind of makes sense. Should I add other channels' videos that are similar to my videos but more popular into a playlist? I add my own videos too, or just keep the playlist theirs? You can mix and match playlists with other popular videos related to your content. I've never really done that because when someone comes to your channel, you kind of want them to stay in your channel. And then if they're already intrigued with your content, why push them to someone else's? It's not that you don't want to help someone out. It's just that there's probably edge cases that you would want to do that. But again, play around with it. See kind of what works best for you and for your channel. But I don't want to say that this is right or wrong. Maybe try it out and see what works. I've thought about before putting like a bunch of YouTube education content on a playlist, and put in Brian stuff, put in Owen stuff, put in Nick stuff, put in Daryl stuff, Tim stuff, Roberto, all of us that kind of are in that same niche, because none of us are competing with each other, and maybe we put them in a playlist. But I've gone to their channels, and yeah, they have my channel, and I have their channel on my sidebar, but it's never a case to where I don't think any of us really collaborate on playlist. So yeah, YouTube does reward you for keeping people on your channel and keeping people on your content. So that does kind of make sense. Let's see. TubeBuddy is great. Thank you. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You guys, excuse me. I got to keep my my vocal cords. I guess you would say lubricated. I don't know. I got to drink some water here. I would like to take this quick moment of yeah, I know, right? I know what that means. I want to take this quick moment to while we are talking about water to right here. As you can see, I don't know if you guys can see this. I've ordered some. I'm playing around with some stickers for my podcast, like this one here. You can see TubeBuddy. I'm not TubeBuddy. YouTube Creators Hub. So I am. If that's something that you would be interested in getting some TubeBuddy Express stickers, let me know. Funny story, by the way. My wife thought they were decals, so she got excited and she wanted to put one of these stickers on her car, and she put them on her car. And now we're gonna have to get some of that goo gone stuff and get it off of her back window. So I appreciate the support, but it was kind of funny when she realized it wasn't a decal. So all right, so we're gonna dive into the questions. We only got 6 or 7, so please go ahead and dive into the questions and kind of see what's going on. A question comes from Spooky Boo. Great name, by the way. When I add videos to playlists that have the same keywords as other videos in the playlist, it knocks the generic ranking of other videos in the playlist down. Do you know why this happens? So what you're saying is that when you're putting similar videos in playlists that have the same or similar tags in them, the general keywords they're deranking, they're going down in rank. The videos that are not related in the playlist. I'm not sure. I haven't seen that happen. I'm not saying it's not. YouTube and the algorithm and all this craziness the mixed match of things. I'm not saying it doesn't happen or it will not happen or it can't happen. What I'm telling you at this point, Spooky, is that I'm just not sure. I haven't seen it happen to me. Not sure. Is it bad to put a video on 2 of your playlists? No, it's not bad at all. You may have 2 different playlists that you want to do. Like, I just started doing my iOS 11 tutorials. So I put them in my iOS 11 playlist, and then I also put them in my iPhone and iPad playlist. So they may be in 3 to 4 playlists at one time. So again, great question. But again, Spooky, I'm just not. I don't like saying anything live on stream that's recorded that I really don't know the answer to. Question comes from the Fish Guy. Can you cross-market playlists to get viewers to natural progress from one list to another? Yes, Fish Guy. That's the beauty, right? That's the beauty of playlists. Like, you want playlist to take your viewer from one specific video to another. Right? So it's one of those things to where it's like, yes, you want them. And the way you asked your question was really great. Cross-market playlists to get viewers to naturally progress. They don't even know they're doing it, right? Like, I know that sounds very markety and very, very slimy, but truthfully, like a lot of times they'll just progress from one Twitch tutorial to another Twitch tutorial, or one of my YouTube Creators Hub podcasts to another one. You'd be amazed. I can see the analytics when people watch one of the playlists and they just kind of merge right into another video on the playlist. So again, playlists are a great way of getting people from, say, a popular video to possibly a more video that's not as popular. So again, take it with a grain of salt, but I do believe it definitely helps. All right. A question coming in from Beanie Draws. I do drawing tutorials, as we saw on his channel earlier. Sometimes they're quite lengthy. Do you think it's better to upload a tutorial from start to finish in one tutorial, or cutting it up into segmented videos and setting them all up as a playlist? That is a great question, and one I've been asking myself for the past 3 years, Beanie, because I'm a tutorial-based, educational-based YouTube channel. I'm not an entertainer on that channel. It's more of an educational channel for tutorials and whatnot. A lot of what, say, if you've ever seen Epos Vox, he's another really good YouTuber who does the similar kind of tech content as well. But he does more hardware. I do more software. But with that being said, here's what I've found. With tutorials, if they're going to be longer than 10 minutes, 8 to 10 to 12 minutes, I recommend splitting them up into part 1, part 2, part 3. Let's be real. How do people watch tutorials? Just recently, my daughter got a new car seat. So I went in and I YouTubed and Googled how to install a car seat. Okay, should be simple, right? No, it's not simple. So with my search, I found hundreds, if not thousands, of videos about this one in particular car seat. The one that I found most helpful was a gentleman by the name, I think, Greg. This is an individual guy on YouTube, and he had 4 videos in one playlist about how to install the ABC car seat into ABC car. And the way that we all watch playlists is our tutorials is we do this, right? So let's go to my channel. Let's say you already know how to do the first part of what you're trying to learn with a tutorial. What you normally do is, like this one here, is you'll scroll forward to get to the point of the tutorial where you are stuck at, right? So people are going to fast forward anyways in a tutorial. But with a playlist, if it is above the point of, say 8, 10, 12 minutes, break those down into how to draw a bear part 1. But then when you go to part 2, make sure that the playlist has all the videos into it and you're linking them in the end cards as well. Like, that's just the way to do it, right? That's going to be the best way to do it. That's what I found. And it really increases watch time and analytics, and YouTube really likes the way people do that. So again, a great question. Question number 4, another one from Beanie. Let's see here. I've heard that deleting videos negatively affects your channel to the algorithms. Again, the algorithm changes so much, Beanie. I'm not sure. I don't know. Does this also apply to deleting a playlist? I don't think so. I think the playlist stuff kind of, it helps with watch time and it helps with visual aspects of your channel. I'm just not sure it would really make a difference or move the needle per se. So I wouldn't worry about it as far as deleting playlists. Just do it, man. If you feel like it's not necessary or it's kind of excess, delete it. But yeah, don't worry about the playlist thing. Play around with them. I think that's an open area on YouTube. Rye Videos Now offers a question here. Can a curated video be featured as the main video on the YouTube home channel page? I think it can. I'm not sure what you're really asking. A curated video on your YouTube channel page or on like the actual homepage of YouTube? I think yes for both of those. Number 6. Roberto and several others have mentioned that adding a video to a playlist a day or so after uploading acts as another upload to YouTube's algorithms on days where you're not able to actually upload, or it gives you activity. Yes, that has been not necessarily proven, but it's... I mean, I guess it has been proven if Roberto's saying there's some analytics behind it. So yeah, try it and see. I've done that, and it will not hurt your channel. It can only make it better and possibly give you more activity. My thought process is this. If YouTube, the platform, is putting a lot of stake in uploads, which they do, right? Frequent uploads. And they're going in and they're not checking it, an actual human is not checking it. I think that if you are placing a video in a playlist after the day you uploaded it, or a day you're not going to upload a video, it just shows activity on your channel, and that cannot be a bad thing. I think YouTube will probably look pretty highly upon that. I'm not saying it's going to move the needle a whole bunch, but it definitely can move the needle. It'll move the needle a little bit. So yeah, I think Roberto and those guys who've talked about that, it's very, very intricate detail, but it could help. The question is, does this only relate to a public playlist? Yeah, I would think it would be, or private play. Yeah, I would think it would have to be activity to the public. And I don't think it'd be picked up as spam because you can always move things around. Yeah, I think that that you can always move stuff around. So it's not going to be looked at as spam. I mean, if you're doing it and you're unlisting them from the playlist and you're listing them the next day trying to get just activity, then possibly it'd be spam. But if you're doing it the way you're referring to doing it, I don't think that would be spam. So go ahead and ask your questions, guys. Go to the link, ask your questions there. Is it okay to make a playlist of videos that do not relate to your channel? So quick and easy 101 recipes. Ask that question. Is it okay to make a playlist of videos that do not relate to your channel? Maybe respond to me in chat and let me know why you would want to do that. I'm not sure why or the benefit of that. I mean, there would be benefits of maybe, I don't know, if you're a vlogger, maybe having vlog channels of other people who you like and you support on your channel. But like on my channel, why would I put, knitting videos or crocheting videos or bicycle repair videos on my channel? That's just people coming to my channel are looking for pretty specific things. And when they're coming to the TubeBuddy YouTube channel, they're coming for one thing and one thing only. I don't think they're coming for podcasts, information or podcast tutorials. It would be something that I would want to know why you'd want to do that. And then maybe once I saw the why, that's what a lot of YouTubers forget about. I'm reading a book right now by Michael Hyatt. He talks about always understanding your why and your who. And I feel like with that question, I don't know what your why is. Why would you want to do that? I think adding videos that aren't at least related to your videos in a playlist will only make people click away. Yeah, and I think it hurts watch time. And they haven't stated anywhere publicly that they track how many seconds or minutes people are on your YouTube channel. But with that being said, maybe they do. And if they see unrelated content, they probably aren't going to subscribe. It's wild. Hey, Dusty, loving the stream right now. That's awesome, man. Thank you so much. Consistency. Yeah, consistency is so important. It's so crucial for YouTube channel success. Question coming in from the dude 12. How do you know what videos to add add to a playlist? How do you and Andrew do it, Dusty? Andrew probably does it differently than I do. It doesn't make his right or me wrong. For me, it's all similar based content. Let's use a less popular, and again, I'm using my channel because I don't want to feature anybody else's channel today. We might do that on another day. But if we go to my channel and take a look at the playlist that I have here, let's just, oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry guys. But if we go to, let's say, my playlist, so right here, let's go to one like that is very simple that I possibly would use here. What's a good one? Adobe InDesign. So with the Adobe InDesign playlist, the only videos that are in this specific playlist here are videos that are instructional videos about Adobe InDesign. So basically, under the right here that you're going to see the description, it says the best Adobe InDesign tutorials and how-to videos on the web. I might be a little generous on myself, but again, bear with me, okay? But underneath the Adobe InDesign tutorials here, you are going to see a description of that playlist, like I mentioned earlier. And the way that I choose videos that are going in this playlist are videos that are actually related to InDesign. Fairly simple. So make sure you are utilizing similar videos into your whatchamacallit. I've used that a lot. Whatchamacallit. That's a Southern thing, right? But yeah, similar related videos that would interest people that are watching that specific video. So if someone in here is watching this video here, how to work with pages in Adobe InDesign, you know, there's been 20-some-odd thousand people view this video. More than likely, they possibly would also want to know how to remove a background from an image in InDesign, you know, or how to use text in InDesign. So it's one of those things to where you just choose and select similar videos. Look at this guy. Look at that guy. All right, next question. Coming in from Aquarium Sunshine Valley. Stay Dutch, small audience, or go English? Here is my, I think I've covered that in a stream before. Here is my opinion on that. If you can do both, do both. So I recently had a YouTuber. It was an adorable episode of the podcast that I did because it was the dad and his the dad and his daughter, which was, I believe, 8 or 9 years old. They were on the shows a couple episodes back. They're in I think it's Taiwan, so I think they were doing Taiwanese and English. Although the Taiwanese audience, and again, I could be stating the country they're in wrong, but I think that was it. Don't quote me on that. They do both. And the Taiwanese audience is smaller, but what they found is that Taiwanese audience is so bought into what they're doing, even more so than the English audience, which is humongous. They've got like 200,000 or 300,000 subscribers over on their English channel. So again, if you can do both, do both. But if you have to pick one, do the bigger audience. It's where you can have more influence. It's where you can have more influence and get more, you know, publicity. Super user asks, hey, is it important to change the order of your tags according to the rankings? No. If you go to the box in one of those videos that we've published, so like this one here, and then you take a look and say all these keywords here, the order of these don't matter. I mean, everything within the tag box on your YouTube channel, it doesn't matter. Whether it's down here or up here, there's no more weight on these than the ones on the bottom. So it doesn't really. Just make sure you're including relevant keywords and tags for your specific videos. So great question though. Couch collectibles. Live streaming has lowered my retention percentage. As a result, my suggested videos have decreased. Higher retention will... What in the world? Higher retention will get my videos suggested more, right? Higher retention obviously will get your videos suggested more. The question I would want to ask you is the first point you made, why has live streaming, I mean, I kind of get the point of if you're live streaming, you live stream for a long time, your retention may be down on those live streams in comparison to your normal videos. I kind of understand it. I think there's something else there. So couch collectibles, I might, if I were you, I might look at my analytics first, see what's going on, and then go from there. because I feel as if there's something else going on. I wouldn't stay on the point of that's why, because YouTube really likes live streaming right now. They're trying to catch up in that department, and I wouldn't quit live streaming. I would kind of see where I could go with it. Techie Pocket. How should one get the attention from a big YouTuber so that I can make a collab with him? Well, just put in the work. Put in the time, effort, and work and consistency, and you'll get there. If you don't, then you won't. There isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. There isn't a get-big-rich scheme. It's a situation where if you're not willing to put in the time and the effort it takes to grow a YouTube channel to the point of where you could collaborate with larger channels, then you may want to go do something else because it takes time, it takes effort. You know, the reason why the TubeBuddy YouTube channel has 106,000 subscribers isn't because it happened overnight. It's because YouTube, it's because Andrew and people like him took the time to produce consistent content on the channel that had people continually subscribe and view, and it continually grew. And on the chart, on the graph, it's going to the right and up at a very slow pace, but it's going up and to the right, and that's what you want. So, good question, though. Let's see here. Zeovic Gaming TV, what do you mean by consistency? So the consistency means the frequency at which you upload your videos. So do you upload a video every single week? Or are you uploading a video every 2 months or sporadically? Or you are uploading a video on Monday one week and then Friday the next week? Now, my channel doesn't really matter because I'm a search-based channel, but if you're a channel trying to grow, an entertainment channel, you need to make sure that you set, whether it's going to be like right up here in your profile banner and image, whether it's going to be that situation to where you say, hey, every Monday I'm getting, a mobile Monday, or, something I'm working on my YouTube channel is getting a schedule. So like on my YouTube channel right now, on my Evernote playlist or notebook somewhere, I have how I want to lay out my schedule. I want to do mobile Mondays. I want to do tech tutorial Tuesday. I want to do wacky Wednesday if I have a game or something that I'm playing. And then possibly tutorial Thursday, and then kind of Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. That way people know when I'm going to upload and the type of content that's going to come on that specific day. So that's kind of how I kind of lay it out. So, all right, for the last, I'd say 10 minutes of the stream here, we are going to take rapid fire questions from the chat. If that's something you're interested in, shoot away in the chat. Let me know kind of where you are as far as that. Just put the questions in and I will get to them as quickly as I possibly can. So, Soviet Gaming upload every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Man, you're doing way better than I've done in the past. Why no YouTube Web does not support properly TubeBuddy? We're always working on that. We're trying to get TubeBuddy to work with the most platforms, the most browsers, and everything that we can do. Andrew asked, Dusty, how have you been since Irma? Andrew, great question. Thank you for asking me. I appreciate the concern. We've been great. I had a very bad car accident the week of the hurricane, which probably put me in worse shape than the actual hurricane. But my grandparents and some pretty close family had some pretty heavy damage to their house, as well as their yard. And just the trees here in Georgia, as I mentioned in the podcast, are just not made for that type of wind. So great question. I'm also, let's see here, I'm mainly a family-oriented channel, but it seems to be rough to grow. Yeah, again, you got to put in the time. Let's see here. Does it make a difference if I translate my description box in many languages? If your content's only in one language, that would kind of be useless, but if you're doing it in multiple languages, maybe. I'd just like to say thanks for your service. It's really helping me grow my channel. Hey, I know you're saying that to everyone here on the TubeBuddy channel, so I really appreciate that. Let's see here. What else do we have here? It works on Firefox. Yes, it does. Let's see here. Chrome, Windows 10 should work on that too. Does translating description box make a difference? No. Let's see here. At what point can you consider the channel to pay off in terms of subs and views? That's all internal. For you, it may be 100 subscribers. For the next person, it may be 1,000 or 20,000 views. Just again, does the CC really make a difference? We're working hard to include those. I think so. Some people don't think so. I do. It's another form of data that YouTube can track and put in the algorithm. I think it does. I think it does. And while I'm waiting on more questions, guys, understand that we'd love for you to go check out TubeBuddy. In the description of this here stream, you can click on the link and download TubeBuddy. It is free to try, and I promise you guys you will love it. Is there any benefit to daily uploading, Jay and Kat? I think so. The more you upload, the more activity happens on your channel. And it's one of those things to where it's like, yeah, I think YouTube does look at that, which is why live streaming is so big now. So the more you can upload, the better. But again, try to balance the quantity and quality. You want them to be equal. You don't want one to be greater than the other. So Andrew, just like Andrew said, the closed captions, they do make a difference. Yes. Are the file names of your uploads important? I used to think not, but I just out of habit now, I always like, I don't know, let me show you guys. I normally don't show you guys like my computer. I'm going to give you some behind the scenes look at some desktop files here on my, so like if you go here, here's my kind of YouTube folder here on my external hard drive. If you go to the final videos here, here's all of my videos and stuff on this specific hard drive here. Like as you can tell here, this video, if we go and get the information about this video, you're going to see here that I did title this video. The file name is actually going to be, you know, very similar to the name or title of that video. Again, it hasn't been proven, but I definitely think it's a good habit to get in, right? So definitely check that out. Let's see here. How to find the best topic for any video. Search relevant, or search on Google for trending topics. It's pretty good. Let's see here. Should I make playlists with other YouTubers' videos in my niche? You could. Definitely don't do it with the YouTubers outside of your niche, but yeah, inside your niche, possibly. That would be great. Dagnabbit, sometimes my file names are numbered. I'm terrible at organizing my desktop. Now I'm taking more time to give my my file names proper names. Even my thumbnails. Yeah, I'm a nerd about that. I'm not that, how do I put this? My wife says, my real world or real life outside of my digital life on my computer, I'm very creative. People tend to be very absent-minded and all over the place, which is, I'm no different. So I happen to be somewhat messy at times. My office tends to be messy at times, but my desktop is going to be the epitome of organized. Organized. It's great. Question comes in chat box 2 seconds later. Dusty responds, so great latency, not 30 to second bull. Yeah, I try. I really do try. I do my best. There's a really good YouTube video on how to structure your file names, and it's a huge time saver. Yeah, Zippy, if you have that, maybe we can throw that link in the description sometime. For anyone using TubeBuddy, you jump from around 100 to 800 subs in a month. Go get it. Definitely go get it. I promise you guys, you will not forget it. Let's see here. Does it matter how you create your thumbnails? I use QuarkPress and Photoshop, but when I see how people do theirs, they use different software. There's no right or wrong way. I use Photoshop. I've used Canva. I've used Pixelmator. I've used a program called GIMP. I've used so many different things. Save it as a JPEG, 1920 by 1080. The only thing I would say is that, again, here's a little behind-the-scenes look at something else I do. I'm giving you guys a lot of behind-the-scenes look. So, like, if you go here... Here is a Photoshop panel here that you can see on the desktop. Here's a recent thumbnail that I did. If we go and zoom out, what I like to do is zoom out on the thumbnail to about that size, see what the thumbnail looks like, kind of compare it to what a YouTube thumbnail would look like. So iOS 11, let's see here, Control Center. If we go here, you can look and kind of see the different thumbnails that people have put for similar videos. And then once you see those thumbnails kind of open up, you can see here. So open up Photoshop or whatever you're doing it in, and then you can see here. So I might want to possibly make this a little bigger, about right there. And then as you can see, especially for desktop, most people will be watching it on mobile devices. So check that out. But again, just something to, you know, a little food for thought there. Not saying you have to do it that way, but it's definitely something that you might want to get into. So I don't remember the YouTuber's name, but we searched video file structure to find it. Sorry, I got to go, guys. Thank you, Dusty and Andrew. Thank you. We're about to sign off ourselves. Let's see here. What other last minute questions do we have? Yoga with Navy Dave. Watch Roberto Blake. Yeah, it's a great thing. Tips for brand new YouTubers. I'm at 35 subs in 1 week. Yeah, Roberto has a great videos on how to grow your channel quickly. So definitely go check that out. Thumbs up. All right, guys, we are approaching the 50-minute box, which a 50-minute time stamp, which is where I like to keep these streams. Again, I don't want to make your butt endure, too long of a stream. So I would like to give a huge shout out again to Andrew for putting all of this together. Another great stream. We've averaged over 50 people in here the whole time, and we always get about 2,000 to 3,000 views after the fact. And I really appreciate the support. It allows me to keep doing what I love doing, and that's talking to people like you about YouTube. Okay, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. It's Technology Guru over on YouTube. If you haven't already done what I've already mentioned to do, that is download the TubeBuddy plugin. It is free to try out, and if you like it, and you will be purchasing the full version. Thank you guys so much for coming around. Check out right here. I'm going to throw up the screen here. Check out my two podcasts. One of them is called TubeBuddy Express. The other one is called the YouTube Creators Hub Podcast. Again, I don't want to do too much self-promotion, but again, what's good? What's a good stream if you can't have a little self-promotion? So if you go to iTunes and you search for YouTube, one of the first ones or podcasts that is going to come up is going to be mine. You can see here, YouTube Creators Hub right here. You're going to see the nice, beautiful logo here. And I've got over 85 episodes of YouTube content goodness. So like the one right here, setting goals for your YouTube channel and taking care of yourself. That was this Wednesday. Last week, as I said, I had Roberto Blake on. As you can tell, audience do I have? Look at that. Boom. He's spitting fire on that episode. So definitely go check that out. And because of wonderful people like you, under the management and marketing category on iTunes, we are ranking in the top 200, which is actually a pretty big deal. I believe we were about, right at 101 in ranking. We're among some of the bigger podcasts. So definitely go check that out. Thank you guys so much. Beanie Draws. Dusty has 185 subs. Yep, I do. Thank you so much. Love you guys. And until next time, keep pressing that record button.